Season 3 Contest of Speed. It's the big boys, Tier 1, going out at Singapore, the notoriously difficult and challenging track. And from how it's been in the previous 2 races, unpredictable weather. And I'm your commentator for today, Lewis, aka Racer 001. And today we got the international man of mystery that is Mitch in the commentary booth. We are doing it, the last time we did it was at the same track, same tier. Welcome, Mitch.
Thank you for having me. This is, if it's like last race, it should be a good one. Hopefully this time, though, DNFs are down. We had 9 DNFs the last time we did this together.
It was a bit crazy.
Yeah. See what type of weather. The last 2 races have been crazy, from starting dry to wet and going dry again to, what, yesterday's race, we had about 11 laps of rain at the beginning and then dry the rest of it. So.
Yeah, it was a pretty crazy set of races. I think we're gonna have a blast. Tier 1 always has good drivers, well, the best drivers in our league series. At the moment, Lego Minecraft increasing the lead last time out in Monza, and Altakir, obviously he's going to be trying to fight back and trying to get points back in this championship. But you've got so many good drivers: Jamie 1S, Jamie Ferrero Rocher, Jay Ferrero Rocher rather. You had Fruitful Coot, Raikon. They're all, and the Conzo brothers. So there's some really good drivers, and of course I'm forgetting Dougie, Thomas. Like everyone really. There's just such good drivers. Like compared to me as well, definitely. I mean, bloody hell! Like after Monday's showing. Yeah, these guys are a different level to me. So it's different. But who do you think is going to be on pole for today? Who's been the quick guys like showing in time trial?
To be honest, the time trial I haven't really paid too much attention to. I know Fruitful is from time trial times. He's very quick around here. But you're not. I don't think you're going to see many guys using the soft tire as anyways, so that kind of throws it out the window when it comes to what's their pace like on that medium tire, unless somebody tries to go softs to mediums, which pretty positive it could be done. Don't know if it's the fastest way around, but I guess if somebody tries it, we'll find out today. Yeah, I was looking at the points championship. I know Altakir missed, I believe it was last week. Lego right now has a 55-point gap between himself and Altakir. So he's taken advantage of Altakir not being here. He takes advantage of it every race. He's always out front. So I do always look forward to watching those two go head to head.
Yeah, it's always a great battle between those two. Carlsberry's just doing his first lap, 136.9. So, although I think it must stop, unless I'm mistaken. No, I've got the fastest laps up. No, it didn't count. So he must have cut the corner, because we're only just getting the first few times now. Race Boy, 136.3 for him. That's a pretty quick time to start off with. I know, was it Matrix got into the 134s in the end, or was it 135? I can't remember. It was very
134, yeah.
Yeah, low
135.
Yeah, well, to put that in perspective, Lego Minecraft's just on 134.4. He's just blew it out of the park there with that lap time. For Ferrero Rocher, 135 dead. Again, really quick time. These guys electing to go onto the soft. So if anyone can let us know about the weather. Forecast, Kravitz has spoken, showing rain halfway through the race. So they've got it like tier 3 had. That's why everyone's on the softs, because I was going to think if it was a dry race, most guys I would have thought would go on the medium, but the rain is coming. But that's still interesting, because these guys on the softs, they're going to have to stop. But it all depends on how soon that rain comes. Because if it was anything like the tier 3 race, the medium tyre was the better one to be on, because it started to rain around that point where you wanted to stop anyway. for the medium tyre. And round here, it's a slow, long pit stop. You lose just over 30 seconds because of how slow that pit lane is, how it's just a really poor pit entry and pit exit. You lose quite a bit of time. So it's really a track you want to do as little stops as possible. Other tracks which have shorter pit lanes, different and faster speed limits, different story. But around here, you really want to not be doing any more pit stops than you need to. That's what I've come to realise from this weekend, or from this week rather.
Yeah, and the question with those guys being on a soft tire, they don't last, 6-7 laps at the most, unless they're really good with wear. Managing them. I think the biggest problem with a soft tire is just keeping the temperatures down. You run, flat out for 3 or 4 laps, and especially that right front tire, it really takes a beating around this track, and it tends to cause issues, especially in a lot of these 90-degree turns.
Yeah, absolutely. It's such a treat. With the soft tyre, I found, as great as it is, it's just mad how quickly they just wear out. And but it's a track I feel that with qualifying, you really got to go. You got to go all out and just take the risk. But at the same time, do lots and lots of laps so you feel comfortable with those risks. If you don't do enough track time, it's like how it would be, I guess, in real life. If you don't have enough time on the track, feeling comfortable, you're not going to have that confidence to just give it your all. You're going to be a bit more tentative because of the fact you can't afford. You go wide, you hit the wall. So, quality lap times, the guys have done the most running and just quick around here. They're going to be showing that in these qualies, and that's what people like Lego Minecraft have done. Fruitful Coot is on the hard tyre, interestingly. His personal best so far, Perez are on board with, was 138.7, so he's not particularly fast, but that is expected on that hard tyre. He is going a little bit quicker than he did before, but I'm guessing, being on this hard tyre, I'm guessing he's just doing that now, and he might go onto the medium. Or will he go onto the soft? Will he be persuaded as he goes across the finish line now? And he does improve, 137.9. So that will be it for him. 3 laps on those hards. I'm guessing he will go onto the medium.
I'm watching Thomas now. He's coming up to the line on his flying lap. Yeah, it's been a scrappy lap watching Thomas. And he's backed out of it. So he's put in a time that he thinks he can beat on the medium tire.
136.9, yeah, that's not a quick time on that soft, so you're right there.
He came up the line and just backed out of it, yeah. It would explain why some of the, you could tell he wasn't going all out into some of the corners, so he was definitely just holding back. He wants a time that he can beat on that medium tire and see where he can put himself. If the rain is going to come up like it did for the Tier 3 race, I think the medium tire is where you want to be.
That's what I'm thinking.
The soft tire, it just doesn't last. And if the rain's really going to be 20 minutes out, or even 15 minutes out, the soft tire, you're going to be past that life.
Absolutely, yeah. I agree with you. Again, it saves you with the stops. Guy that is on the medium is the 2 Renaults, the brothers, Calzo and Conzo. Calzo and the other person is Raikon. They're the only ones who are out right now on the medium tyre. And I wonder, being this early, I wonder if the Renaults are thinking, well, they're pitting. Calzo's pitted, Conzo did his lap, and he got into the 136.5. If I was him, I would not go on a soft tyre. 5th place on the medium, keep it there, and you'll save yourself. Absolutely. You're in the driving seat right now. Calzo has messed it up because I don't know if do you get 2 medium tyres in quali, or is it just the one?
You just get the one set. Even if you choose the harder, you get one.
So Calzo,
one hard.
Yeah. Well, Calzo's elected to go into the pits, so he is not. I'm guessing he's not going to be going up the medium tyre. He'll come out on either the hard or the soft, and I guess it would be. Well, I'm just waiting. It's the soft. It is. He's changed to the soft, so he's going to be potentially on a different strategy to the brother of Konzo, who's currently in P5. I think the leaders are out. Yep, Lego Minecraft is now. I think he's done. He's out on his flying lap now. So he's just started his flying lap. He's in Sector 1. We'll be on board with him, stick with him. I'll just check where Ferrero Rocher. Oh, literally, Ferrero Rocher's right behind. Oh, now did Lego hold up his teammate? Lego backed out of it, so must have had a poor first sector. But he was sort of in the middle of the track. And Altakir goes. Oh, Altakir takes pole. Provisional pole by 8 thousandths of a second. Wow, like Altakir from nowhere has just taken a big stride in getting this pole. Now Lego has another chance, another lap. You know, there's 6 minutes to go still, so there is still another twist in the tail. But Ferrero Rocher, I think he's backed out of it. Minecraft, in fact, I think it was Minecraft that got held up. Ferrero Rocher was the one who backed out. So apologies, it was Minecraft that was actually the one that could have potentially got held up. He's still going for it. So he's in the final sector under the grandstand. Just 3 corners to go, the right and left. Take as much power as possible. You've got one final corner to go. He takes it perfectly. Is this enough for provisional pole? It is. 134.1. Brilliant.
So I wonder
lap.
if his teammate really didn't hold him up, or if his teammate just went out on a scrub set of tires and gave him a tow down that long straight.
Possibly. That's some good thinking. That's a good suggestion there. Like, it did look, obviously he must have not held him up, because to be 2 and a bit tenths clear, that's no, yeah, you can't afford to have done that. So 134.1 is Minecraft's time. And again, it's Minecraft v Altakir.
I'm on board with Dougie right now. I do believe he's coming up. He's on a flying lap right now.
Yep, I'm on board with him as well. I'm on the broadcast feed, yep.
See what he does here. His first lap, I don't know if he did that. He probably did that on the hard set of tires, I would think, a 139.2, but...
He did it on, yeah, I believe, well, I think he's going in the pits though. Wow, he's going in the pits. So maybe he's going to go out onto the medium.
Yeah, he's he probably just went out, got the feel of what a tire with a little more grip feels like, but didn't want to use his medium tire.
If he goes on a medium, that'd be a genius stroke.
Yeah, I think, and it really is going to depend when this weather, if and when it comes. You know, if it's within the first, like I said, if it's within the first 10 laps, you can probably get away with using that soft tire. But anything longer than 9-10 laps, you're going to be in some trouble on that soft tire. You're going to have to make a pit stop before the rain even gets there.
You'd be a sitting duck. Absolutely.
Yep.
We're going to go, let's have a look at some of the chats. So we've got on here Ricky Mochel in the house, y'all. And yeah, and we've got it all on here. So yeah, no, that's all right. Couldn't find the tier 2 stream last night, said Chris. Yeah, it was on YouTube. Unfortunately, Twitch was having issues with. We couldn't link in the account to when you wanted to broadcast on the PlayStation, so we had to go back to the trusty old YouTube format. But it is also on there. Yeah. So okay, has Dougie? Yeah, Dougie's on the medium. So anyone that does the medium, I think it's going to be an interesting one. Altakir has said he had a desync issue with one of the, I think with Simply, who we're watching now. Apparently screwed his lap time over. So fortunately for Altakir, he has another bite of the cherry and he can report the incident. But what's gone is gone. He's still at the moment in P2, which is a good starting grid position. The front row is always crucial round tracks like this, where overtaking is its most trickiest.
I do believe the Alpha Carlsberry is going to be the first car across the line for his last flying lap, and then behind him we'll have Fruitful. So it's going to be just a bunch of cars crossing the line at once here. It's gonna be...
So let's go on board with Carlsberry, since he'll be the first one to do his final run. I mean, really, technically, if he wanted to, he might be able to get to the finish line. He would actually probably be able to do another lap, I think, just about, because he is coming up to the line. It would be very close, but he could actually, because he's on the medium, if he really wanted to, but I think he would use too much of his ERS in that one lap, to be fair. So this is his main lap. So, he gets a bit of a slide on. That's going to really ruin his first sector. That could be already... well, the thing is, he did his lap time on the hards. So, the thing is, it's still worth for him to do this because he is on the faster tyre and he wants to be on that medium tyre. But he might have lost a bit of time. And he hasn't, yeah, it shows because he hasn't improved at all in his first sector. He's 400ths down, so far, not the best of starts. I still expect him to do a quicker lap time on the quicker tyre, but he's not going to get up as far as he thought he would. He's already third out of the people that haven't gone. Look how interesting though is, Thomas is now on the medium, so Thomas, outside the top 10 at the moment, he's guaranteed a fresh set of tyres anyway. All these guys outside the top 10 should be on the medium tyre right now because they have nothing to lose. They'll either start on fresh mediums or they'll get into the top 10 maybe, in which case they're still on the right tyre being on the medium.
I'm on board right now with Fruitful Coot. He is 1.2 seconds up on his time. He's coming in almost to the grandstand now.
Yep, I'm just on the Carlsberry. He's just ahead of, is it Fruitful Coot? Oh, yep, there's a Toro Rosso in the way. Oh, there's a load of traffic in the way for Carlsberry. This could mess him up slightly. He's going to get the... he does improve by 1.8. Gets him up to P8, but here comes Fruitful. And that's a massive improvement. P4 for Fruitful. Wow. Now, who else have we got close to the end of their laps?
Simply the other...
yeah, he's coming now. And he is up into P8 with those softs. Raikkonen. Oh, Raikkonen. He is had a terrible first lap. Yellows, and he's holding up the Mercedes behind him of Altakir. That could be Altakir, you know.
It's actually...
No, it's not. Oh, Carlsberry's retired. It's not Altakir, it's the other Mercedes then of Joachim. Joachim was getting held up by Raikkonen, and there is a car off in the wall, and I believe that is Carlsberry. As we're getting people...
Haas just came in the way of Joachim.
Oh, here comes Thomas then. Thomas doesn't improve, so his lap time must have been expelled because it was a 1:30. Oh no, it isn't. No, he did improve 1:35.9. So, but he did improve in lap time. Position. We're getting a few sector 3 yellows here. Who else have we got? Let's go to Lego. Oh, Lego went off. So Lego's not going to improve on his best. What can Altakir do? We are on board with him. Joachim's retired. Oh, there's a bit of wing damage from that Toro Rosso ahead of him. But here comes Altakir. Is it enough for P1? It is. Wow, 133.9. What a lap by Altakir. To smash it.
I've seen on the new...
Oh, wow.
Smashed that lap.
And I think that's going to be it. Because Raikkonen is in the pits. So that will conclude it. Yeah, Joachim is complaining about Raikkonen holding him up. He had a terrible first sector. And yeah, completely, I guess because he was on his own hot lap, I think that's why he didn't back out. But maybe you could argue that Joachim shouldn't have been so close behind Raikkonen in the first place. In quali, you've always got to give yourself room, especially when it's at the end, because you know everyone's going to be on a flying lap. So,
yeah,
qualifying.
I saw a couple of things at the end of qualifying. A lot of people... just too close to each other, and it's unfortunately causes issues. Joachim ran into the back of the Haas. The Haas, I don't even know if was on a flying lap or was trying to get to the line. I'm not 100% sure what he was doing, but Joachim ran straight into the back of him.
Right, so the qualifying.
Sure Raikkonen was probably defended or affected by that also.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like I think they all had their issues just by being too close to each other in the end and giving themselves not enough time. But Altakia's on pole, Lego Minecraft P2, Ferrero Rocher 3, Taze Leroy's got a 5th-place grid penalty. Fruitful Coot will move up. Jamie 1S then is 6th provisionally. Jago 7th, Raceboy 8th, Perez 9th, Simply 10th, Rycon 11th, Carlsbury 12th, Thomas in 13th, Konzo 14th, and then Joachim Dougie, Two Spell, and Calzo. Calzo electing not to do a quali lap in the end, so I guess he will start on the medium tyre. Now we need to spot who does press X first. 2-minute warning.
It's like a fun game.
What button is it? What button is it to screenshot?
Oh. It would be your share button and you just
hold it,
hit triangle, I believe. Yeah, something like that. It's always fun. These guys do a lot better than the tier 2 guys. We always seem to... Somebody always hits the X button.
Oh, it's the same with tier 3.
Tier 3, I do believe it's always the same person that hits the X button.
I don't think he knows the rule. He's just adding up penalty points. He's going to be off the lobby, like, by the end of the race. By the last race, he'll be like, hey, why can't I race? Because you gained 20 penalty points. So keep pressing X first. Oh, we have an X. Carlsbury, I think.
That's what I've got on my screen.
Taze was very close after, but I think it was Carlsbury. We'll get it on the stream later anyway. So we're ready for the longest... So
winning this race. If the rain comes in the first 10 laps, the guys on the soft tires made the right call.
Yeah.
If the rain comes outside that first 10 laps, Fruitful had made a great decision.
All the guys on the mediums, would have done a great decision. This is the race that tier 3 couldn't deliver, because unfortunately with us tier 3 guys, there was chaos basically. There could very well be chaos in tier 1, to be fair. Everyone's desperate for getting positions, but if everyone can stay intact and the rain does come, if it does come too late for these soft runners, we've then got a fascinating race because we got some quick drivers. Altakia, Lego, Ferrero Rocher, Fruitful, Jamie, J Ghost, all on softs. They're going to be charging through the field. But it's just that point, when does it rain? That is the crucial point for this race, for who has got the tyre choice right and who has not. But Fruitful Coot is the one sitting pretty, because he's P4 either way. So even if it rains early, it doesn't matter, he's got track position. But if it doesn't, he's going to be laughing in this race. Albeit that he doesn't make any mistakes when the rain does arrive, and also does pit at the right time. It's crucial. The track gets wet so much quicker in this game, and drier.
I'm just wondering if this rain, it looks like the guys from P11 down, other than Konzo, all went hard tire.
So it's a late thing.
I'm wondering if that rain is more closer to that 20 to 25 minute window.
Maybe
it might even be outside the medium tire's length, but you can, with the medium tire, at least you can ride it out with the medium tire. You look at X427 yesterday in the Tier 2 race, and I believe there was a couple other people that made the mediums last from lap 10 or 11, and they made them last the end of the race. They're not going to feel that great, but it can be done.
Absolutely, and so and the rain. Oh, Altakia's left the session. Oh, he's got in connections issues. Oh no. Oh
he did say he was having internet issues before.
Did someone send him in? Did he get a few invites? That's the thing.
Hopefully he can join back. Yes, hopefully.
Hopefully everyone got a couple of invites so they can join back in. Because at the moment,
back in.
He is. Well, his car is on pole, but he is not activating it. There's a big gap to Fruitful Coot. Fruitful Coot deliberately dropping back. Altakia's rejoined. Oh.
Hopefully he can get in his car.
Yes.
Before this grid fires off.
It's drama already in this race. Unbelievable. His heart is gonna be racing right now. He's still Ghost at the moment. He's still a ghost at the moment.
I wonder if he has to wait till the lights go out. I've never been in that situation, so I'm not sure.
Oh, I don't think he's got... So here we go then. We're getting ready for the start of this race. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And away we go here. Round 15 Singapore. And has Al-Takir got his car back in control or not? I think he has. Oh, Lego Minecraft had a little look. He might have just got it. Or it might be the computer. We still don't know yet. It's not a ghost.
Huge wreck in the back.
Oh, yes. A Renault and Perez involved. Calzo, that'll be frustrating for him starting at the back on the hards. He has got wing damage as well. So drama. But Al-Takir out in front. I think he's got control of that car, you know. And oh, Minecraft's down the inside. And he's lost momentum. How they didn't touch. Oh, they have. The 2 Roy Racing points make contact. And Minecraft just holds on to that ship. And I think Al-Takir has got that car. It's pretty safe to say. So just in the nick of time, he got back in that car. Unbelievable scenes. But Ferrero Rocher is up into P2. As the Renault, as well, Red Bull, sorry, of Jamie Hornes. Oh, there's a Mercedes, Haas as well, having a look down the inside. That's Taze Leroy. But Jamie Hornes, Fruitful Coop, crucially, didn't lose any positions. He stays in P4, and so far looking very quick. Minecraft is not getting away from him. This is a fascinating race we've got now. All these guys on the softs, and then you've got the guys on the hards. And just the 2 that are on the mediums now. So you've only got Konzo and Fruitful Coop, and unfortunately I think Konzo got wing damage.
Yeah,
so
you got the medium runners. You got one looking at Great, and in the other spectrum, the other one.
And the Red Bull's pitting
by himself.
Jamie 1S is pitting, so he obviously got wing damage early on in that race. Interesting to see what tyre I get. If I was him, I'd go medium.
Yeah, depending on when that rain's coming, I would go medium as well.
Oh, it's such a shame. The Konzo was the one who got the wing damage, and he was on the medium. So literally the only person now who can make the medium strategy work is Fruitful Coop. He's the only one now that's going to be left on that. Unbelievably.
Unless, think he can.
Yeah. It's the better tyre.
He's sitting really well. It really is. The soft tyre just does not last around here.
Yeah, the gap is 6/10 between Al-Takir and Ferrero Rocher. Lego further half a second behind. Fruitful Coop starting to fall away a little bit, but not massively, only 1.1. And the thing is, he will very quickly start to come back towards them, especially with these heavy fuel loads on right now. These soft tyres are just burning away. Lego runs wide. Massive time lost there. And Fruitful Coop was able to take a good 3/10 out of the gap between himself and Lego. DRS will be activated at the start of the next lap as well. So you got for Rocher in DRS zone, Minecraft in DRS zone as well. Fruitful Coop just outside of it. And now you got a bit of a battle with Taze Leroy. He's got ahead of Simply. So Taze Leroy really quick up to P5 and already leaving Simply behind.
Yeah, Simply looks like he's struggling a bit. Race Boy is all over the back lane of that car.
Yeah, Leroy obviously having the grid penalty. And yeah, here comes Race Boy looking for a move down the inside, but they give each other room. Fair play. Simply, it's always a tricky corner to overtake. Oh, now did Simply just lose the rear end, or was that, it looked like he lost the rear end?
On my end, it looked like he just lost the rear end.
Yeah. That's what it looks. So the soft starting to lose.
Race Boy's teammate Raikkonen is making the move on Simply as well.
He's done it.
Simply is falling down the grid.
I think his tyres have already gone. Him and Carlsbury very close to making contact. In fact, they made a little bit of contact. But those guys on the hards are starting to come into a league of their own. And yeah, I think Simply Softs have already gone. Unbelievable. The guys.
Does he have wing damage? I don't think so. No, I think he's just struggling on that soft tire.
Yeah.
He's just he's not getting along with that tire. It's probably already starting to overheat on him.
Well, just to get a gist of things, lap 3 and 10th place, well, Raikkonen is 9 seconds behind. Carlsbury is 10 seconds behind the race leader. You've got all yellows. Jay goes. Perez is retired. Perez has retired. He was one of the guys who had to pit. Oh no, sorry, he didn't have to pit. Oh yeah, he's crashed by where the old Singapore sling was. Gone in too deep, so our first retirement already. Perez, and virtual safety car. Oh, and the soft tyre guys are going to get away with almost a free stop.
You almost have to stop. Take your licks. You're not going to, I mean, you're going to lose track position at the time, but it's worth it doing it right now.
Yes, because they're going to lose a lot less time than what they would have done before. Fruitful Coot, however, is still going to gain a good amount of time as the hard guys are coming through. Oh, the Ferrero Rocher and Mercedes Ghost. But yeah, look, they're going to come out in 7th and 8th place.
And Lego's going to lose out miserably, double stacking that pit stop. Two-Spell gets a drive-through for speeding under the VSC. And
they resume. So it worked out pretty well. But Altair, even with that, they gained about 9 seconds basically. Because they're 19 seconds. They are gaining Fruitful Coot by quite a rate, but it was 19 seconds they're behind the race leader now. So it's still a big margin, that's the thing. And if it rains again, they've definitely lost not as much as they would have done though. That virtual safety car has really sorted it, or helped them with a third of what they would have lost basically. They've been able to save in that period. But Fruitful Coot now, sitting pretty. And on that medium tyre is 6 seconds ahead of Raikkonen, who's ahead of Carlsbury and then Thomas. So those guys on those hards, it'll be interesting to see when it starts to go. Altair has already taken huge amounts of time out there on that medium tyre. That virtual safety car could be crucial.
Yeah, these guys on the hards needed that. They needed a little bit more of a gap, and now he's unfortunately, because of that VSC, like you said, they
and it happened at a perfect time.
They would have.
It happened at a perfect time.
They were all able to just jump right in the pits, change their tires. I mean, I know Lego and his teammate they double stacked the pit box, but it's probably worth it at that time.
He still saved a bit of time rather than, it's still less of a gap than what it would have been had it been in normal green racing conditions. And interestingly, Fruitful Coot is only slightly faster than Raikkonen, despite being on that medium tyre. So that hard tyre is so durable though, it doesn't lose any time. It's such an easy tyre to run. Jochen gets 3-second penalty, multiple warnings. The medium does start to fall away around laps 9-10. So Fruitful Coot should be fine for now, being it's only his 4th lap at the moment on those tyres. And he is pulling away still from Raikkonen. He's now into the 7-second barrier. Altair, he's
got potentially 5 minutes until the rain comes. I feel for Two-Spell in this situation because he's unfortunately going to have to make an unscheduled pit stop because he did get a speeding under the VSC, unless he decides to just stay out and take the black flag. But that's if he made the mistake, it's a very rare mistake out of the Wizard.
Yeah, it's it's such a tricky one. This is one of the worst pit lanes to get caught speeding. Italy is another one, to be fair, but this one is because of how narrow the entrance is, and the line is, I swear the speed is before where it is in real life. Like, it's just in an awkward position. It feels like it's in an awkward position, the speed limit line, but it's what it is. But yeah, the gap, Taze Leroy is into the 139.6s. And we have got Altair has already made positions on Dougie. So they are starting to make their inroads through on the hard runners. Two-Spell is Two-Spell isn't going to defend, I don't think, from Altair as he goes down the inside. Oh, side by side. They still got it. Two-Spell has that inside line, nicely defending, and Ferrero Rocher is right behind Altakir. This has really helped Ferrero Rocher get a great chance to take what could be crucial track position, as they have so much more grip than the hard tyre of 2-Spell. Rocher's right there. Now it's Altakir's go down the inside. They make contact, and that's gonna allow Altakir through. But that could be a reportable thing. Oh, Ferrero Rocher! Oh, they made contact! Oh, almost hit the back off Altakir. Drama there, and that has completely ruined Ferrero Rocher's race. Oh, and now they make more contact, but fair 2-Spell. I'll have to watch it again, but 2-Spell went down the inside. Ferrero Rocher, and that's such a shame. Did Ferrero Rocher get damage? He did. Both of them did. Oh, that ruined their race.
Must have ended up with damage.
And it's helped Altakir out so much. That has given him a free rein, because now he's got a massive gap between himself and the next guy behind in Dougie. It's a drama. What a time to be watching that race. It just looked like both were looking. I think 2-Spell was Wizard was looking to defend the line, and the gap just wasn't there really from the first initial look for Ferrero Rocher to go down the inside. But I don't know if there was another movement. I'd have to watch it again. So
that was very curious stuff from 2-Spell in that situation. Like you said, in that whole instance, it just needs to be looked at again and try to piece it together that way. Bufel's actually starting to pull away. He was what, 6.2, 6.3 ahead of Raikkonen before the VSC. He's pulled out a little bit, at least a second. He's now at 7.3 and sitting kind of steady there.
Yeah, it's now 7.3.
My question is, can Altakir get up to them before the rain comes?
Well,
because then it wouldn't really.
Yeah, he is currently 14.8 seconds behind Fruitful, and the times he was gaining in the speed, it now is starting to level out. Like the medium's quite good in the first few laps, but Altakir now is not really that much. He is still going faster, but it's not so dramatic as it was initially. And it's 13.8 seconds. It all depends on how quick Altakir is when it's wet, and also when these guys stop, because you don't want to go, if it starts to rain on this game, you go onto that inter tyre, because if you stay out for another lap, you lose so much time being on the dry tyre in the wet. So we'll need to look out for that rain, first spots of rain. It is only lap 8 right now, but I mean, it could work out to the point where the hards are the right tyre, because if Fruitful Coot has to pit because his mediums have just run out, the hard guys, they're going to be the ones who are doing the 2-stop, and that will swing back into the favour, I think, of Altakir, because he is almost now with the guys who have yet to stop. So it could be still Altakir's race to win here.
Going down the gaps, I think we got Race Boys on the back of Dougie. He's going to try to make a pass down the inside. And I'd say he's got the move done, but there's just not quite.
There's also
he's got it now.
There's also another good battle going on between Carlsbury and Raikkonen. Raikkonen maybe starting to not be able to keep up with the pace. Carlsbury's looking really, really quick on this stage of the race so far. Altakir is flying. Altakir's already up to P5. That virtual safety car really did help. And there's spots of rain I see on the broadcast. So
yep,
the rain is coming. So this has been perfect for the medium guys. So all these guys have been on the hards. It's not. I'd say it's not worked, because the medium, Fruitful Coot has still been able to extend. It's now 8 seconds. These guys need a pit. and there's no one at the back that have taken the gamble. Konzo's just coming along the finish line now. I would have looked into getting it going into the pits. I would be surprised if people don't stop at the end of this lap now. Fruitful Coot is coming towards the end of the second sector, so he will start to feel the car getting a little off
Salisbury has
grip.
made a move on Raikkonen, going into underneath the bridge, or going over the bridge.
Nice.
He made the move.
So those guys swap, and Thomas and Altakir. Oh, they're touching. Oh, Thomas gets a bit of a rear slide on. So, Altakir has taken that spot.
Guys on a harder tire, they're just losing temp.
Yeah.
So quickly right now.
Does Fruitful Coot pit? No, he's not going to pit. Oh, so Fruitful doesn't pit. That could be crucial. Oh, and the Toro Rosso almost hits the wall. Raikkonen there. And again, no one pitting. Oh, Raikkonen's pitting. Altakir doesn't pit. The Ferrari doesn't pit of Thomas either. I think these could be errors because Raikkonen is pitting. So he is surely going on the inters. I'm really surprised, but these guys haven't experienced how quickly it turns away. No one else is stopping then. So it's just Raikkonen. And it was because of a full wing change. So he's going on to inters, but he will lose time with this wing change. So any advantage...
So
perfect timing.
He's going to go inter as well. Yeah, I think now it's definitely the time to throw it on. We've seen in the last
People aren't
two
doing
races
it.
just how much time you lose getting it wrong, especially at this track.
To be fair, at the moment, the Ferrari of Fruitful is not doing too bad, but he is starting to feel it. It is starting to get a bit tricky out there. It's
Looking at Raikkonen, see how much time he loses to the guys on the dry tire in front of him.
At the moment, he is 1.3, but he's not losing any time to Frere Rocher, so... well, actually, I say that, he is just about now. He is starting to. But it's not by massive amounts, and you would have thought as soon as that DRS disable mark comes into play, that's when you know it's too wet. So what does Fruitful Coot do this time? He stays out once again. It's getting there.
I wonder how long it's actually going to be raining for.
Carlsbury's struggling. But he stays again. They all stay out.
And all this time, Altakir is catching up. He's within DRS.
Yeah, looking good and strong on those medium tires. But Fruitful Coot, fair play to him, has been doing a brilliant job in on the medium tire. He's extended it to 9.8, just under 10 seconds. So he's still looking very competitive at the moment, and a very good chance for the win. As Altakir lines him up, the DRS is still enabled, thankfully for him. And that has got him into P2. So now it's a straight dogfight between the two protagonists, Fruitful Coot and Altakir. The guys at the moment 9.7 seconds. There are a few more people on the inters now. And we got Raikkonen, Jamie S and Calzo. Raikkonen is 2.7 behind Two Spell. So
Two Spell actually just passed Raikkonen,
yes.
I believe.
So
he
at the moment,
so the dry tire is still the better tire. I think it. Yeah, checking the chat, Ricky says it's a little too early, and I think you can agree. Going
it's
on
taking longer.
The I always kind of wait until I can see a spray coming off that front tire. If I'm seeing some spray, I know I'm not in a good spot being on a slick tire. This might be the lap, but
oh, yellow's in sector 2. It looks like Race Boy.
I wonder.
Yeah, he's got wing damage, I believe. Yeah, bad wing damage.
Just lock up inside. Oh yeah, I'm watching some of these guys, and they're tippy-toeing around this track. Let's see what happens.
And Carlsbury's pitted.
Lego's following him.
Yeah, Altakir does not. So there's water on the track now. I can see it. So this is the right time to stop. These guys that are pitting. Taze Leroy does not We got a bit of flurry now in the pits. Thomas Ghost is in the pit. Simply's in the pit. Race Boy's definitely in the pit. Ferrer Rosso, the leaders. I wonder if Altakir will lose quite a lot of time, because I think it is at that point now where we're in treacherous conditions. Yeah, Fruitful's already 3 seconds down on his first sector time. So these guys will be tippy-toeing it around as the track gets wetter.
Calisbury, he most likely will jump out to Kier. I just see how much time he can take out of Fruitful's lead. I think at one point it was 10 seconds that he was behind. Fruitful and Altakir right now, they're just along for the ride. Leroy's same spot. They're hitting the brakes right now is scary. Hitting the throttle right now is scary. You're just trying to nurse the car, and DRS is now disabled. Yeah, you're just trying to nurse that car to pit lane, get those tires on, and move on with the race. But right now this is probably the most stressful part of this race.
Carlsbury is 36.5 seconds behind our race leader, and he has took a second out, and Fruitful's got 3 second penalty. At this rate, and Altakir is catching him as well. Altakir is only now less than 6 seconds behind. Carlsbury is going to be ahead of Altakir, and he's probably going to be a few seconds ahead of Carlsbury. As Altakir also gets a creep into the pits. So Carlsbury is going to be very close. It's going to be I think Fruitful Coot's coming out of the pits now. Then again, it is wet, so it takes a little bit longer, the track. So it might be a case. Carlsbury, yeah, actually, do you know what? They're going to be quite far ahead still.
Yeah, they didn't lose.
It's probably because it's wet, isn't it? It's wet, isn't it? Because it's a slower track. Everyone's going slower, so you don't lose so much time in the pits, do you? It's not like being in the dry.
They would drive her down the field on hard tires, so they accidentally put the drives on.
Oh, it's Ferrer Rocher. He's done a me. He's done a me.
The drives on. He did exactly what you were yelling the other day. They've put the drives on. And you just feel like he's having a decent race, and it's just, you go through everything, you just expect them to do the right thing. The logical thing is put the wet tire on, and they decide to throw the hardest compound that they have on that racing point.
Not even a soft tire.
Yeah, not even a soft tire. No, they screwed it all up for him. It's unfortunate.
Oh well, yeah. From what at one point, just a few laps ago, because we're only in lap 13, he was challenging for the race, well, with Altakir, and now he won't even get into the points at this rate, as he pits again for the intermediate tyre. Fruitful Coot is able to stabilise. Oh, Simply's retired. Simply has gone off. I was about to say Altakir, the gap between Fruitful Coot and Altakir is staying the same now. It's keeping, because they're both on the same tyre. So Fruitful has got the pace so far in these conditions. But the one thing this weather does, it does split the pack up. People in those changeable conditions struggling, it does make some people quicker, people pitting at different times, also makes the gaps like how it is now. So we don't have any on-track battles at the moment. The closest one really is Lego. Lego's 1.2 behind Thomas. So I'm just joining them now. So that's the closest battle. Calzo's also catching up to Race Boy. He's now 1.8 behind. Jamie 1S is 2.6 behind. And Dougie's had a really bad race so far, down to P14. So those guys obviously pitting early. In the end, it didn't work out for them. That's why they are so far down the order. Unfortunately, the gamble didn't pay off. It took longer than the other tiers. The other tiers, it started raining and it got slippy pretty quickly, but here it took us a good couple of laps before it was ready for that moment.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I think our race yesterday, that even when it stopped raining, it felt like it went dry. We had really like a window of two laps, and it was just, it was a dry track. This was interesting. Now the question is going to be we do have rumor that the rain is going to end. So, if it's say within you know, the next 7 laps, 8 laps? Do you risk it? 9 laps? Do you risk that? You know, if you have an extra set of softs, throw those on, race it out until the end. But it's really going to depend on how long this rain really sticks around for. All right, Doug's pitted again. I don't know if he's wing damage or going onto that inter tire too early. He burned him out. And, all right, he's changing wing, so
and
wing damage.
Yeah, it's. I mean, the soft. It would have to be the soft would have to be put on around like 6 laps to go, wouldn't it?
Right,
so
yeah.
most probably people will either go onto the medium. I think more likely the medium tyre. We're lap 14 now. If the rain stays for another 5 laps to like lap 20, then yeah, medium tyre would be the best option. If it goes a little bit longer,
in that situation, if that happens, Fruitful is hoping that it's a soft tyre situation because he's already used up that medium tire.
Absolutely.
So he would only have one option, and it would be to go. If it's the rain stops now, he's going to have to go with a hard tire. While you're going to, well, a lot of guys have used up that medium tire pitting from that soft tire, so a lot of them might only go hard. Well, that's all they have left. It's going to be the guys that had that extra set of softs that they might have not used. During during qualifying, or guys that didn't use their medium tire. It's going to be interesting. It's really going to depend on when this rain decides to, ease off. We've got Lego now is all over the other Ferrari. Of Thomas.
They've been. Thomas had a big moment in the last turn, right at the end of the last lap. But both guys pushing it on. Fair play to Thomas. He's not too. To be fair, pace-wise, he's actually pretty good. He's Carlsbury. In fact, Carlsbury is the fastest. Carlsbury is keeping Altakia honest as well in terms of pace. Unfortunately, there is a 7.9 gap between them. But Altakia, he's turning it on. He's now 3.3 behind Fruitful, so we could have a battle for the lead in the next couple of laps.
He's taken out 2 seconds, I believe, in the last 3 laps. So, yeah, Fruitful. Struggling a little bit on the wetter tire. He probably went dry setup like most of these guys did, but maybe his dry setup just doesn't handle as well in the wet. I see Thomas is kind of struggling in front of Lego as well, so it makes you wonder if the two Ferraris have gone with the same setup and are really starting to struggle in these wet conditions.
Oh, be careful, don't get wing damage. Yeah, Thomas, the car's not happy in that last sector, just doesn't have the grip. But Lego gets a bit of an oversteer moment. He can't get on the throttle as early as he wanted to. And that means he's a little bit further behind. Oh, he has a massive moment and corrects it. You can tell he's on a wheel. that wouldn't have been safe on the pad. Yeah, absolutely. Those reactions were lightning quick. So Lego lives to fight another day. He is right. He seemed to have some real good speed. He is in the hot lap. So he is giving it everything. I think he could be close enough here. He's got so much more straight line speed. Different level. Thomas is running a really low ERS. Lego then takes that P4 finally.
I think a lot of guys having issues with the speeding in the pit lane.
It's so
time
easy
penalties.
To do.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but. So Altakia now is what? He's under the 3 seconds, and he's gaining time faster than I can look at the interval.
Yeah, he is.
It's like every time I look at it, it's 2-3 tenths every corner. He's just pulling out of Fruitful right now.
He's a man on fire, man on a charge, man who's looking to try and get some championship points back from his rival.
People are throwing on the dry, so that's why they've been struggling. See, on my screen, I was still having
no rain
drops, and guys
the rain's. Yeah.
So it had to have stopped raining. That's curious as to why I still have raindrops.
Oh yeah, and for Fruitful, they're all going to pit. They're all pitting.
Eases his way into the pit lane that time.
So what compounds? So the Mercedes is going with the mediums. What's Fruitful going with? He's gone with the hard. Oh, and Altakia. So yeah, it hasn't worked for Fruitful because I think. Oh, and he's had to slow down because of the Williams. That's going to allow the Mercedes to close right up. So the gap stuffing, and yeah, I think the mediums are going to be fine. They're going to, yeah, I think.
Retired.
Oh no, where is that then? That is in the last sector somewhere. So race boy, yes it is. Oh, and that's not caused a virtual safety car, or even a safety car,
or a regular safety car in that situation.
That is buried in the wall.
I'm pretty sure the safety car has taken. It just doesn't exist in this game, from what I've seen.
Yeah, I haven't seen a safety car in this game yet. It's weird, but yeah, we have got these guys then lap 17 of 31. Race boy leaves the session. Halfway. That's the thing with Singapore. It's such a long race, and mix a bit of rain in.
Can really happen.
Yeah. Unreal. And Fruitful Coot is trying to get temperature in those tyres because he has got a hungry championship contender in Altakir right on his diffuser. As he goes into the last sector, this is where this softer tyre is really going to have the advantage over Fruitful Coot, who is just trying to get these tyres up to temperature. And they do take a couple of laps. It's not paid off for him, unfortunately. The rain stopped far too soon.
Yes, it has. That's unfortunate for him because, you know, his strategy at the beginning, dry race, you know,
and here we go.
On for the win.
Down the inside. Altakir takes the lead of the Singapore Grand Prix. And will he now pull away?
Fruitful needs to try to stay as close as he possibly can, and when that medium tire starts to drop off within, you know, 7-8 laps, and that hard tire really turns on, hope he can make a move at that time. He just needs to try to stay in the back of this Mercedes.
Absolutely.
This is the racing we don't get in real F1. We don't get to see Mercedes versus Ferrari ever.
No.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunately, you just can't. Ferrari just can't build a good car nowadays. You can't get it. You just can't get it.
You can get it though. Wednesdays at 10 p.m. UK time. Contest of Speed.
At Contest of Speed, you get quick Ferraris. You get Ferraris.
You get them in Tier 2. We've got 2 Ferraris in Tier 2 are absolutely
if you want to see
on
some
another level.
If you want to see
Matrix
some
and Ricky
quick
have been fantastic in the Ferraris.
Yeah. Sealand Tuesday nights. At Singapore as well. You this. You do.
You're breaking up big time here. Hopefully that clears up. Got Calzo on the back of Jake Ghost for P8.
Yep, so we'll go to them.
Oh, I can hear you again.
Yay!
Yay,
Dodgy internet. Dodgy internet.
Yeah.
Please work. Please.
First world problems, right?
It is first world problems. I can't live without the internet. Well, this game cannot live without the internet. Literally, the internet is everything for this game. For this game to happen. Yeah. Calzo, yeah.
Calzo was all over the back. You know. The Renault team has had probably a race that they probably don't want to remember right now. Luckily, you got one of them fighting for points. He's all over the back of a McLaren, and the other one is, yeah, he's all by himself now. It looks like he's
he's really
catching up, but he's going to be too far out of points, unfortunately.
Yeah, those guys. I mean, P10 looks pretty safe. He's P10's 20 seconds clear off the next person, so yeah, it's quite comfortable at the moment. He's going to be in the top 10. The medium guys, like we said, should be able to have no issue. They will struggle towards the end a little bit, but the hard tyre, I don't know. Fruitful Coot, he's 2 seconds behind already, and you can sort of assume Altakir will be able to keep on pulling away for a good 8 8 laps, you'll still have an advantage, I would have thought, before it swaps the other way and that hard tyre is able to take the time back off the medium run. But Al-Takir's just on the fastest lap, 139.5. Free-fall's not too far behind on pace, but he can't afford it. He just needs to hang on in there. Al-Takir's done 3 laps so far on those mediums. Obviously, Fruitful's done the same. So expect in the next 6 laps for the tide to start to change. Lap 26-27, where we start to see Fruitful come back into the frame.
Unfortunately for Fruitful, that, you know, his strategy unfortunately took him away from a softer kind. He really needed that rain to last, you know, another 7-8 laps at the time, so he could throw on a softer tire. But it's unfortunate for him. But he's still, you know, on for a great result. He's got plenty of time between him and P3. So
absolutely,
see what happens.
Yeah, and it could come back. It's because we saw Dan, obviously, in F1 Sophie do the laps they did on the medium tyre was crazy, but they able to do it.
I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it.
86% on the rears for Dan.
Lap 11 and finished on. Yeah, fair play to them.
Absolutely.
I had a hard enough time trying to keep my control of my car.
Yeah, we saw he had a few lockups yesterday. Like every corner was almost a lockup.
Everything went over terrible yesterday. We'll move on from that.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, Singapore's an overrated track anyway. Stupid track. Tell me that I'll tell you a different verdict if I ever do well around here. But until that comes around, it's a terrible track. It's overrated. Lego is fast at 138.4. He's now 4.2, make that 4 dead behind Colesbury. So he's not giving up on that podium spot, trying to reduce the damage inflicted by Al-Takir. Currently looking like he's going to get 25 points. Crucially, Minecraft at the moment then is on course for a fastest lap bonus point. But still 10 to go. Lego might be able to keep hold of that as the tyres will start to fade away. So, but at the same time, the cars will get lighter, so that guys on the hards might be able to get towards looking at the fastest lap. But we could very well, Lego might have done enough, unless one of the guys in P lower down the order try and get on the soft. The only thing is they don't really, you'll lose track positions. I don't think anyone will risk doing that. Jamie 1S is really close behind J Ghosts.
Lego is taking massive time. So what, he was 3 seconds? He's
1.3.
He's catching Calsbury at a rate of, he's on rails right now.
It'd be interesting to see. I mean, I wonder if Calsbury made a mistake. Now is 12 seconds behind Fruitful Coot. I don't think he was that big before. I might be wrong.
It has been. Since,
okay. So it's just Lego.
This rain switch over. We thought they were going to take more. He was going to take more time out of Al and Fruitful, and it just didn't seem to happen. But Lego now is all over the back of that Alpha.
Yeah, I've joined that battle now. So Lego needs to get close here so he can get the DRS zone. He is a little bit far back. He's half a second. He is in hot mode and he is catching. Oh, he can do this. He's going to go around the long way. Oh, they're side by side, but he does it. He's got the inside line. Try and hang it out. Oh, which he does brilliantly. Wow, Carlsbury holds on. Lego will try and get the undercut, but he's saving the ERS now. Looking maybe to attack on the back straight.
It was brilliant defending by Carlsbury.
Yeah, Lego, to be fair, Lego could have tried to squeeze in. He gave him the room. So here goes Lego again.
That front wing.
He's got the speed again. He's the dummy. He's down the inside. Has he broke Lego? He has. Oh, he has. He hits the wall. Oh, he's hit the wall and he's got wing damage. Drama in the tier 1 race. It was a move which he didn't have to play that risk. It didn't look that risky, but he just braked that a little bit later. And it's such a tight angle. It's such a tight corner when you go in that deep. And it looked like he just ran a little bit too much. And does he pit? I mean, he has got wing damage. And I think he is. He's got the
window. He's got a window to Raikkonen, so.
And I guess he'll go onto the soft. He'll just go onto the soft.
Yeah, I would think so.
And he's got a 5-second speeding penalty as well. Oh, this game has been turned on its head. And Ferrero Rocher gets 10-second penalty. But it's DNF. He's just crashed. So Ferrero Rocher is out this race. I'm going to try and see where that is. That's at the hairpin, I believe. Oh no, it's the left-hander, where the old Singapore sling was. I believe anyway. Oh no, I lied. It's the hairpin. I think it's the hairpin after the bridge.
Yep, that's where it was. That's exactly where he lost it, unfortunately.
Yeah. So we're
Lego
down.
Goes from potentially P3 all the way to just inside the points.
I mean, he will get a fastest lap with that soft tyre now. He is 3.6 seconds behind Jamie 1S as well. And Altakia has really pulled away. 8.3, 8.4 clear of Fruitful Coupe now. So I don't think Altakia is under any danger. Thomas is now up into P4. And he's 3 seconds behind as Altakia does the fastest lap. But Thomas is catching Carlsbury. So Thomas could be on the podium here.
Thomas is catching Carlsbury, and the Haas behind Thomas is catching him.
Oh, we could have a good battle here for the final podium spot, as we are now on lap 24 of 31. And Calzo is right behind as well. If I look on Calzo, he's right behind Raikkonen, as Lego has already passed his first victim, Jamie 1S. His next person is Jay Ghosts. And he's going round the outside. What a move. That just shows you how much grip he's got. Just caught that feed. So we got it for you, Lego. But Lego is up into P8. His next guy is 8.6 seconds up the road. And that is Calzo, who's in a battle with Raikkonen.
Yeah, I was checking the chat, but I was just looking at Calsbury's Alpha does have right front end plate. So yeah, he is struggling. He does have damage on that car.
Right.
As he smacks the wall again.
Oh no.
Who knows how bad that wing is.
And Calzo's having a look down the inside, or had a little look, a little sniff, but decided against doing it in the end to Raikkonen. But he's very close, and he has got a Lego Minecraft who is hauling him down massively with those fresh softs. Jay Ghosts has got a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings.
Penalties will probably come into play, but at this point, I'm just going to let the game do the math.
Did the Toro Rosso get wing damage? No, he didn't. I think he just went over some debris. Right, I thought Raikkonen got damage there. Calzo, again, just not quite close enough to make a move down the back straight on Raikkonen. And very soon we'll be seeing a Force India. We'll keep an eye out on the battle for P3 once that gap gets ultra close. For right now, I know they are. It's about a second.
Each other here.
So let's have a look. Let's go.
Taser Leroy just needs to get 2 tenths. This is going to help Thomas being in DRS as long as Leroy doesn't get DRS.
Thomas gets DRS, Leroy doesn't. So this will help. Raikkonen gets 3-second penalty. Yeah, and Thomas is closed right up on the back of Carlsbury. That helped tremendously. As Lego sets the fastest lap, 1:37.4. He's now just under 5 seconds behind that battle with Raikkonen and Calzo.
And he's catching quickly.
But he will struggle at the end because he has had to pit. He pitted on lap 23. It's yellow sector 2. Who is that? Doesn't look like anyone. That was brief, so it doesn't. Oh, there's a yellow. There is a yellow in sector 2. I don't know who that is.
Somebody threw. I'm not positive. Could be.
It might have been the Williams letting those guys through.
Yeah.
Yeah, those softs. I think Lego might struggle. Like he'll catch those guys, but I think 6 laps. It was lap 23 he pitted. So 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. It's still quite a few laps on those softs. I think he will struggle towards the end. I think P8 might be a best finish for him. I think. So here we go, Thomas.
He's not for a great race.
Yeah, so Thomas with the DRS, he's in the ERS hot lap mode, giving it the full beans. Carlsbury, he's just on 3, so crucial run here. Oh, he got to Saul. No, oh, Thomas has a moment, and is that wing damage? I don't think he got wing damage. He got away with it, but that has cost him.
With a little tire.
That cost him this time round.
It's unfortunate, but you get that dirty air, and I noticed that yesterday. You going off that corners, you get the dirty air, and it just wants to. It just pushes you to that wall. You don't really have much of an option other than back out of it. If you don't back out of it, that's what's going to happen. Now he's unfortunately got to defend to Taze Leroy, who is all over the back of that Ferrari now. Yeah,
all 3. He's looking the most confident, and looks like he's got the most tyre left in him as well. As Jamie 1S takes the new fastest lap, 1:37.2. So those guys in a real dogfight for this final podium spot. As we've got about 4 to go this time. Next time they go past the finish line, it'll be 4 to go. Oh, and Leroy goes wide, and that's giving him 3-second penalty. That could be crucial in this battle. Would you be able to check on penalties, Mitch?
Yep, I'm doing that right now.
Yeah, Leroy very close.
Calsbury is clean. He's only got 1 warning. Thomas has 1 time penalty.
Here comes Thomas. Oh, this could be it. This could be it for a move for the 3rd position. He's down the inside, down the outside. Calsbury. It's like it's all over again, like it was with Minecraft. Oh no, he makes contact, and he's got wing damage. Oh, disaster for Thomas. The 2 of them make contact, and I'm sure I saw a piece of debris, and it was, yeah, he's got minor wing damage. So P5 is going to be the best for him. Fortunately, he's got 26 seconds. But, yeah.
If he can stay within 3 seconds of the Haas, he will jump in. Because the Haas does have 6 seconds worth of penalties, I believe.
It's still going to be tough to do. He's already lost only 2 seconds. Yeah, around here on old tyres, it really, really kills you. I think P5 is going to be the best. But Minecraft, yeah, now he's got to them, he's not massively quicker. Those softs are going to start to struggle. And this I'm saying, like, he's caught them up now, but I can't see him. I think his tyres are going to be in a very similar situation to what those mediums are. And I think P8 is probably going to be the best for him.
P8, he might get P7, but
oh, Thomas pits. Wow, so Thomas is pitting. That means he's going to give up. That he's giving up his track position, because he'll end up around P8. He's going to be around. He's going to be P8 at this rate. He's already
dropped quite that far.
Yeah, because they're coming through now. Raikon, Calzo, and Lego. Yeah. He's going to be quite far behind in P8.
Yep. You're right. No, my intervals have been messing up the whole race, so that was my...
I mean, he's on the soft tyre, but he's 7 seconds behind Minecraft. And this is the thing. I
probably would have just rode that out.
Yeah, I would have just survived with... He had such a gap to P5. It was 24 seconds.
That's a curious decision.
I think he underestimated how long a pit stop is around here. It is in dry conditions. You lose 30 odd seconds. Yes, in the wet you don't lose as much time because everyone on track is going slower. It's a bit like virtual safety car, you know, because of the conditions. But you lose in the dry conditions a lot more time. And he is going to be flying right now, but he's definitely, I don't think he's going to be able to get past Raikkonen. I think he might just run out of laps because we've got just 2.5 laps left to go, and he's 6.5 behind Minecraft. But Leroy's right up behind Carlsbury now. Side by side, there could still be more drama. Oh, he's got the inside, having a little look. Carlsbury runs a bit wide. Oh, and it's important. He gets a great run here. It nearly made contact. That's going to help Carlsbury. Leroy went in too quick, but he's got such a good run. But he's running out of ERS. Carlsbury leaves the door open, and Leroy is going to take that P3. What is Carlsbury going to do? Carlsbury gets a good run though. He's got the inside. Surely he's going to go for it, and he does so. Oh, and great racing from these two.
Having a broken front wing is driving brilliantly when it comes to defending his position.
I mean, look, Thomas lost so much time once he had the damage, but Carlsbury, he's not massively off, and he's defending really, really well. Oh, there's battle behind. Lego Minecraft is battling it out with Calzo. They've got past Raikkonen. Oh no, sorry, Raikkonen's way ahead. Calzo's just lost time. So they are battling, and that has helped Thomas out quite a bit. Thomas is 2.8 seconds behind them. Made that 2.6, so Thomas took a massive chunk. He's going to be right behind these guys come this last lap. So this is another battle that we've got on our hands. So Thomas might be able to get back to P6 by the end of this. As I'll go back to Leroy. Leroy, then it's the final lap. Oh, sorry, second to last lap, isn't it? So it's 2 to go now, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, in that case, Thomas will definitely catch these guys up.
It's a matter of can he get by them.
With the tyre advantage, I think he will. As Leroy, so here's Leroy then. He's much closer this time. This should be much easier. Oh, and Carlsbury's finger the slipstream, but he doesn't get it done. And I think that's it now. I think Leroy has got that. Oh, he almost hits the wall. That was close. And no, Lego's dropped. Lego's pitted. Lego's pitted again. Those softs obviously gave up the ghost. And Thomas up to P7. And he's 7/10 behind Calzo. He's going to have so much more grip though. Calzo's done 13 laps on those mediums. That's why he's dropped. Oh, he's got past again. Unreal. I'm just going to stick on with Thomas because Thomas could make a little move here, but thinks better off it. So Carlsbury back up into those positions. Oh, Calzo nearly hits the wall. He's got no grip left on those tyres. Thomas is going down the inside. Oh, they made contact. Oh, that could be a report. And Thomas is going to let Calzo through. That is fair enough. That's fair play.
Fair play. Fair play.
Because that was
he made a mistake.
Yeah. And that's going to probably end Thomas's chances of getting past Raikkonen. But at least he's having a bit of fun. As Leroy, we'll be looking at Leroy as well. So here we go. It's the final lap of the race. Can Leroy... He already got past him twice and lost out the position. Has he got wing damage as well? Or is he...
I don't think so. I think Leroy has still got a clean front wing.
But here we go. DRS. No, yeah, he's got a healthy wing. He's down the inside. Again, Carlsbury doesn't defend it. Does he run deep though? He does stop it, but we got a switch back on the cards. Oh, and it's side by side. And again, Carlsbury holds the outside line, just like he did with Minecraft. But here comes Cole. Leroy's going around the outside of Carlsbury. Still side by side. going into the left, and oh, Carlsbury's trying to squeeze him out. He's going to have the inside line for the bridge. Unbelievable.
No.
But Carlsbury's still there. No, surely not. And he shuts the door this time. They both run wide. And he's done it. And Thomas has got past Calzo. But Carlsbury is going to have a look, surely. Altakir has won the race by a country mile. Fruitful Coot gets P2. But they're still side by side. And Carlsbury's got it. And they're still side by side. Unreal. No way.
These two.
They're still going side by side this whole lap. I'm sorry, Altakir, but this is unreal. And he's still done it. And Carlsbury has taken it. But Leroy's on the inside now. That's surely going to be another penalty. Oh, and it finally is over. Or is it over? They got one more corner to go. Down the inside, Carlsbury takes it on the line. And
Fantastic.
Leroy finishes. In the end, it didn't matter because Leroy had 6 seconds more worth of penalties. But for a battle, what
Still
a
brilliant
battle!
to watch.
Oh my God, that's unreal. Raikkonen picks up P5. Thomas, does he get past Raikkonen? No, he is P6. Calzo comes home, and Calzo gets ahead in the end. So in the end, Thomas lost out. He could have finished P5, ended up P7. Jay Ghost's 8th in the end. Lego doing 3 pit stops in the end. Oh, and gets wing damage as well right at the end for good measure. And I think that's going to cost him getting a... Oh, no, he still gets fastest lap despite that little bit of wing damage on that for that last corner. So Lego ends up P9 and Jamie 1S in P10. Konzo finishes off in P11. Just misses out in the end on the points. But big moves with Altakir taking so many points back from Lego Minecraft. Lego, though, getting that important extra point in the end could be crucial at the end of the season. But Altakir is your winner. What a great drive. It looked like he was going to be a struggle when he had to pit. You know, being one of the guys on the softs, we thought he was going to lose a lot of time. Virtual safety car came out, which worked out perfectly for them. In the end, Altakir had the gap. He had to use his pace, Hamilton-like, from Hungary, but he did. Got past Fruitful Coot and took the win. Fruitful Coot, very good drive for him. If the virtual safety car hadn't have come out, it would have been a lot closer. It would have been a real close scrap in the end because the gap was with Fruitful Coot's 3 seconds. It was in the end 16 seconds. So Altakir, in theory, would have still got there at the end, but it was a close race until that last 12 laps. But Carlsbury holds on for P3. What a job of him having wing damage for that long. I'm going to give him driver of the day to have that wing 100%. Damage.
Driver of the day.
You know,
that was
unreal.
Unreal. Fantastic. I don't know how he got the position back after he lost it the first time, or the second time I should say, but his defending was fantastic to watch.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. So the guys, Jamie 1S gets a point, Lego gets fastest lap and P2, Jagos 8th, Thomas 7th, Calzo 6th, Raikkonen 5th, Taze Leroy 4th, Carlsbury 3rd, brilliant battle, Fruitful Coot 2nd and Altakir in P1. Outside the points you got Konzo in 11th, 2 Spell, Dougie, and then Dougie, Ferroche, Raceboy, Simply, Joachim and Perez were your DNFs. So we could do some interviews.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get Fruitful in here. I do not have...
I might have Fruitful.
I have Fruitful. I don't have
Altakir. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have Calsbury either.
I
think you can search. You can still search them, can't you?
Yep. Give me 1 second.
So let's try and Players.
And here's
So there we go. So I've sent the invites. So we'll just wait. Hi there, Fruitful. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, just waiting for the other two to join. But yeah, it's yeah, we're another good race today for the Tier 1 boys. Always a long race, but just because of the track, it's one of the longest in terms of time frame. It is one of the longest races, straight after Monza, which is one of the shortest time races. But yeah, just waiting for the other two to join. But well, we might as well. We'll start with you, Fruitful. I thought you were in the prime city. You would have been sitting even better had the virtual safety car not came out at the best time for the soft runners. Literally, they were coming out of the second to last corner, and the virtual safety car came out. It saved them about 10 seconds in the pits, which meant that Al-Takir was much closer. But other than that, you picked the right tyre strategy and had the pace. It wasn't as eventful race for you, I suppose. It was I spent most of the time on your own, but talk us through your race.
Well, I had a crazy good lap on the mediums, so I say myself, but it wasn't a really perfect
Brilliant
lap.
lap.
Yeah, thanks. And then, yeah, I knew it was gonna rain, so I had to go for the mediums. And the soft runners, yeah, did got a perfect timing with the VSC.
Yeah, it really
had
was.
No problem with it, to be honest, because I know Lego. Lego's a great tire. I don't know how you say it. He's great with his tires, and he could have held it to the rain. So I'm not too disappointed. And then I had to go for the hards after the rain period. Not because I'm not great on my tires on this game. So I had to go for the hards. Didn't try the mediums, and I saw Lego. I saw L coming, so no reason for me to defend.
So did you
fly?
So did you have a fresh set of mediums left, or was it would it have been your quali mediums?
No, I had a set of mediums left.
Right.
So I could have done it.
Right, yeah, because we thought you didn't. Well, we thought the reason why you went to hard was because you didn't have any fresh ones left. Because it was at that point, it was pushing it for the mediums. It was still a little bit further on. I think it was lap. It was in it lap. I can't remember what lap now. Was it lap 13? Oh, 16. Yeah, 16. Yeah. Sorry, yeah. It was 13 laps worth. Yeah, 13 laps for, which is a little bit pushing it a little bit. Yeah, but so yeah, fair. I mean, for you, you had massive gap, and Carlsbury ended up getting wing damage and had an almighty battle at the end, which you'll enjoy the battle at the end of him and Leroy. Probably one of the greatest battles ever. But for you, I know for you, it's getting points. You're towards the front end of the championship, so it's
third, so you're gonna be gaining on Lego or Al in Lego, I should say. Not so much on Al as he won the race, but Lego had a shocker of a race.
Yeah.
They need to get better results for me to gain on them even further, because I'm not as fast as they are. So I'm just they need to get better results for me to gain on them.
Yeah,
Yep.
Your strategy definitely helped you today, and getting the second place finish. I'm surprised not more people did go on to the soft, but I was equally surprised a lot of the guys outside the top 10 started on the hard tyre, and I think that was an error on their side, because it worked out. The rain started at a perfect time for when your mediums were ready to go. You were ready for a pit stop anyway. The hard tyre was just slower and too soon. It was they had to change too soon. So it wasn't a case of, I think all of them could have gone on the medium, but it's easy to say that now because you have the idea of the weather forecast, but it's never perfectly accurate. So you were literally, there's only 2 other people that did it.
Yeah, but the rain was forecasted for the 5th slot out of the 7. So I understand why they went on hards, because it could have came much later than it did. It did come really early in the race, and it was
Yeah.
not expected. So I understand that decision. I would have done the same, to be totally honest, if I was outside the top 10. The 5th slot is really late in the race, it's after the race. So, yeah.
Yeah. Did you have anything to want to ask Mitch?
No, I think we pretty much covered. I wanted to talk to Kelsbury about
Yeah.
what we just got to witness. That was fantastic. Fruitful, you were the person that I chose early on to have, you know, a good race at being on the strategies you had. So I'm glad that came for fruition for the Ferraris. Thomas, to be fair, was on for a great race and unfortunately got caught up and took some wing damage.
I was cheering for him all the way. I was not even focusing on my own race, I was just cheering for him.
Well, at that point you were probably all by yourself, just kind of, yeah.
Yeah. No way I was catching L, and the guys behind me, I was just pulling away from them. So, yeah.
Oh, brilliant race from you.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, well done. Great drive in the end. Get the P2. No drama. It was straightforward. It was the right strategy. It was the best strategy, and that qualifying position helped you so much with avoiding all that rubbish that goes on in the midfield at the start and at the back. So, yeah, good race, solid race, and yeah, good luck for the next race, which will be in Russia. With love.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, no worries. Have a great rest of your evening. Yeah, everyone, that is it for Singapore for Contest of Speed. We are back on Monday with Tier 3, Tier 2 on Tuesdays, Tier 1 as always on Wednesdays at 10 PM British time. Russia is the next round. We are getting towards the crunch point of the season. Russia is all coming thick and fast. Russia, Japan, yeah, two really good tracks, particularly Japan. I always enjoy Japan. Coming up in the next couple of weeks. So yes, thank you very much for watching. Twitch finally worked this time. No hitches. Sorry about the delay earlier. We just had a little issue with the lobbies, but yeah, we'll see you all on Monday next week for round 16 in Russia. Thank you very much.